welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to show you how I made this Takochu inspired squishy. I absolutely love it, and yeah, let's just get straight on into it. So to start off with, I took some memory foam and I just drew out a circle on just a random piece that I had floating around in my room, and I cut all the way around this kind of at the 2D shape. Once I had the 2D cylinder round like shape, I then went ahead and just kind of starting shaping away to make it into a 3D sphere shape, and I just really kind of cut on the either side of like the edges to make sure all those flat edges were gone, and then I just started rounding out and it just got smaller and smaller. Like, yeah, nothing more you can do about that, but you just want to end up with a really smooth ball like shape. You can of course just use a sponge ball if you want and want to save yourself time. I didn't have one of those, but I do have a lot of memory foam that I've been buying from eBay, so that's exactly what I did. Anyway, taking another offcut piece, this was just a flat piece about an inch thick, I drew out a star shape, and then I just drew kind of little bumps around those to make the little legs. What I then did was cut off the excess in between each one of those little bumps, and then I just started smoothing out each one of those little bits as, yeah, each one of the little bits like at their own time. Wow. That did not make any sense. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I just rounded them out, each one, and then kind of rounded it out on the top as well so that they were like beveled. It looked like almost like they were the octopus's legs coming from out of its body, and they weren't like just, you know, flat. Because right here it does just look a bit flat. So I actually rounded out each one. Although I say this in all of my videos, a lot of people do ask where I get my memory foam from, and I actually get it from eBay. I just go on there and type in memory foam, cut to size, and just pick whatever one comes up. I don't have a specific seller, a specific type of memory foam. I just buy whatever's cheapest at the time. Anyway, taking another thin offcut, I just drew out a circle and cut this shape out, and I then rounded off the top and the bottom edges of this piece also, kind of like it was if I'd like flattened a piece of like clay. Like if I made a ball of clay and flattened it, all the edges would be rounded, and that's exactly what I wanted to achieve here. I also then cut a circle out from the middle to kind of make it like a little mini donut so that I could stick it onto the Takochu's face. I say this in all my videos, but I do actually use hot glue to assemble all the pieces of my foam. You can of course use fabric glue if you would prefer. I don't like waiting for fabric glue to dry because I am just so impatient, so I just use hot glue on a low setting so that I don't burn my fingers or anything, and I just assemble the piece together. I try to use as little hot glue as possible, just tiny dots as I go round, and then kind of use the paint in the minute to seal all the bits together. Anyway, what I then moved on and did was I mixed up a pink puffy paint mixture. This was just using Scribbles fabric paint in the colour red and white tulip puffy paint, and I also mixed in a little bit of white glue to spread the paint further. What I then did was took a giant lollipop stick and just started spreading this all over the shape, and I actually did 4 layers of this in total, waiting for each layer to dry before moving on to the next. So it did actually take me 2 days to get all of this kind of paint layers done, but once it was done, as you can see, it came out kind of smooth and nice and shiny, and definitely darkened up a little bit with the more layers that I put on. Anyway, moving on, I then used a mint colour by the brand Scribbles again, and I just coloured in the little mouth part with that colour. I got these from the UK Amazon, but I know you can get them on the US Amazon also. It's a lot easier, I think, to get Scribbles paints in the US, as I haven't actually seen these in store. The only place I've seen them is on Amazon, and to be honest, sometimes they go on offer and it turns out to be a great price, and that's exactly why I bought them, because they are cheaper than the puffy paints that you find in store. So I will leave the UK and the US link to those down in the description down below so you can check those out. Yeah, so I moved on with the black and I did the eye. I did the second one off camera, and then what I did was I left it dry for about 2 hours in total. Once all the paint was then fully dry, as you can see, my squishy was then complete. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. The bottom bit wasn't 100% sealed because I only did 2 layers on the bottom because for some reason I totally forgot about it. But anyway, as you can see, it does squish really well. It holds your finger crinkles in there rather well. It's not really that slow rising, I think just because I didn't put loads of layers into the bottom, so some air was still able to flow through it. I definitely feel like if I did put those 4-5 layers on the bottom as well, it would have been so much more slow rising. But it does squish really nicely and is really soft, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the colours also are just perfect and I love it so much. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!